Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Tanna Prabhu Tvam Kakula Varpitam. Prabhu Tvam Kukale Varapitam. Tanna Prabhu Tvam Kukale Varapitam. Tvam Mayayaham Mamatam Rokshaja. Vinyamayena Suvayam Sudorbidam. Videhi Yogam Tvaina Swabhavam Iti. Videhi Yogam Tvaina Swabhavam Iti. Swabhavam Iti. Any Matatis like to chant? Anyone else? Any? Tan, therefore, na, our, Prabhu, O my Lord, Tvam, you, Ku Kalevara Arpitam, invested in this bad body, full of stool and urine. Tvat mayaya, by your illusory energy. Aham mamatam, the conception of I and mine. Adhoksaja, O transcendence. Vinyama, may give up. Yena, by which. Asu, very soon. Vayam, we. Sudurbidam, which is very difficult to give up. Videhi, please give. Yogam, the mystic process. Twayi, unto you. Na, us, our. Swabhavam, which is symptomized by a steady mind. Iti, thus. Now, what I'll do is I'll read the verse, and then before speaking about the verse and reading through the Prabhupada's purport, we're going to hear the other 4 verses in these prayers by Sri Narada Muni, because this is the conclusive prayer, this is the final prayer. So this is ultimately what Narada Muni is going to be saying. So please listen carefully. I'll read the verse, and according to our system, then we'll repeat it, and then I will ask if you remember anything. So please listen very carefully, because there's such a tendency, which is just the opposite of what this prayer is about, this prayer by Sri Narada Muni, to allow the mind to wander. So Narada Muni is praying to the Lord at Hoksaja, who is transcendental. He's praying to Krishna for a steady mind fixed in transcendence, in the spiritual realm, because one cannot attain this by one's own power. So he's going to pray to the Lord for that. So here's the verse in English. I'll read it first and then we'll repeat it. No, rather we'll do it this way. Therefore, O Lord, O transcendence. So what word means O transcendence? Adhoksaja. O Lord, O transcendence. He is beyond material nature. He is beyond sattvagun, rajagun, tamagun. He is transcendent. He is beyond that. He is situated sambhavam yapma maya. He's situated in spiritual energy. And because he is free, he is the one who can free us. So, O Lord, O transcendence, kindly help us kindly help us by giving us a new car? No. 2 crore rupee? No. By giving us the power to execute bhakti yoga. In other words, O Lord, please kindly give me the power to be a devotee. A devotee is one who has bhakti, who has devotion for the Supreme Lord, and he's serving in that mood. So this doesn't come easily. This comes by the Lord's power and blessings. So please give us the power to execute bhakti yoga so that we can control our restless minds and fix them upon you. also a very wonderful prayer to the Lord for something very wonderful and something not easy to attain, a focused mind, the cure of the restless mind. When we chant japa, this is everyone's question always. How can I stop my mind from jumping all over the universe? And here is the answer. By the Lord's mercy, it can be done. We cannot force the Lord to give us His causeless mercy because He is transcendental, He is beyond. And He is swatantra, He is completely independent. No one can force Him to do anything. In the words of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, He is the transcendental autocrat. What does that mean? Raise your hand. What does that mean? He's the transcendental autocrat. Yes. He is the king. Eka Indra. He is the king of all kings. He is the Lord. No one can force Him to do anything. But kindly, my dear Lord, please give me this one benediction, that my consciousness can be fixed upon You in bhakti. Anukulena Krishna Anashilanam. Not pratikulena like Kamsa, but anukulena with great devotion. So it continues. We are all infected by Your illusory energy. What words? Your illusory energy? Yes, Your Maya. Daiviyesha Gunamayi Mama Maya. Very difficult to overcome this. We have picked up this infection, this disease, and it is very difficult to get rid of it. We are all infected by Your illusory energy, and therefore, now Narada is going to pray what the effect of the illusory energy is. Therefore, we are very attached to the body, which is full of stool and urine. And we're not only attached, so he's pointing out how foolish it is that we're attached to the body, which is composed of such horrible things, and we're attached to it, thinking this is me, and this is done, this illusion, this magic is done by Krishna's illusory energy. And then he explains, not only are we attached to the body as me, but we're attached to anything related with the body. And the body is me, and anything related to the body is called mine. Aham meti, I and mine, it is mine. If you touch anything that is mine, there's going to be great trouble. This is the nature of Maya. And the final two lines, except for devotional service, there is no way to give up this attachment. Therefore, kindly bestow upon us this benediction. Okay, what do you remember? Raise your hand if you remember something. Raise your hand if you remember something. Because if no one remembers anything, then I'm such a bad teacher. We'll have to try again. Raise your hand if you remember anything from the verse. You can look at the... Yes.
Krishna who is transcendence.
He is what word is transcendence? Adhokshaja, yes. Krishna who is transcendental, transcend.
The devotee, Narada is praying to get the mercy, get the power to execute bhakti yoga.
The power to execute bhakti yoga.
And because we are too much attached to the body, because of the Maya of the Lord, and which can only be subsided by devotional service.
Yes. And no one could hear any of it. Okay. But it was a good answer. Prabhu remembered that only by devotional service, the part that he forgot is that we will be able to control this restless mind. Only by Krishna's mercy, only by his blessings will we be able to control this restless mind, chanchalahi mana, that's jumping from one thing to the next. Only by his mercy we'll be able to control this restless mind and in bhakti serve him. And by that power we will give up our attachment to the body, which we are also attached to, even though it is composed of things that no one is attached to, but yet we are attached to it. So this is the power of Krishna's illusory energy. So he ends by saying, please bestow upon us this benediction to be able to control the mind and focus it in devotional service. Now, we'll read this verse again and Srila Prabhupada's purport in a moment. But let's just go back, because this is the final verse in Narada Muni's prayers in Bharatvarsha. So who is he offering his prayers to? Uh-oh. Who is he offering the prayers to? Thank you. Nara Narayan Rishi, who is the Lord in the form of a tapasvi, the greatest mystic practitioner of austerities. No attachment to the body, no attachment to the material mind, full focus. So praying to the Lord, he offers his obeisances to the Lord. And he says that he's free from false prestige because there's no illusion connected to him, but he has full prestige because he's the Supreme Lord. He's all beautiful, the transcendental autocrat. Just see how beautiful. And he is the spiritual master of all Paramhamsas, those who are free from material illusion. He is the one who teaches them. So therefore, because he is fully transcendental and not attached, he is beyond. Therefore, Narada offers his repeated obeisances again and again at his lotus feet. Then he explains that he is the Supreme Lord of the entire universe. He is the creator. He is the destroyer. He is the maintainer of all in existence. But he doesn't touch this material world at all. Again, he is transcendental. That's the second verse. Third verse. O my Lord, the yogis, those who are practicing yoga, there is an actual purpose to their yoga which very few people actually know. And that purpose is to fix their minds upon your lotus feet, being detached from the material world. This is the perfection of yoga, he says. To focus the consciousness upon him, especially at the time of death. What verse? Bhagavatam? Or Bhagavad Gita too? Ante Narayana Smriti. This is the perfection of yoga. That's the third verse in these prayers. And yesterday's verse, a very, very heavy verse, that those who are practicing yoga or materialists, but are on the material platform, or any materialist, he is naturally attached to the body and everything connected to the body, I and mine. But If a person engaged in yoga or Krishna consciousness is also attached to the body and therefore being afraid of giving it up, what is the use of his study of Shastra? Very heavy. When you hear this, and the verse Narada Muni also says, if one is attached to the body and afraid of giving up the body, afraid of death, even though he's studying Shastra and practicing yoga, even Bhakti Yoga, Krishna consciousness, his practices are a waste of time. What do you think when you hear that? Does anyone want to answer that question? What do you think when you hear that? What do you think? It's very risky. Yes, it's what's risky? You think it's risky. Okay, an honest answer. Prabhu said, practicing Bhakti Yoga is risky. Anyone else have another thought? Does anyone feel embarrassed? I did. Very embarrassed. I think I must not be practicing Bhakti Yoga, some shadow of Bhakti Yoga. Because real Bhakti Yoga detaches one. Jnanayat asu vairagyam, jnanam chaya rahaitukam. Immediately, asu, very quickly, one becomes detached from matter and very much attached to Krishna. So after so many years, I'm thinking, not practicing bhakti yet. What to do? And the answer is, what? Huh? A lot of advisors. Yes, thank you. Please, I want to hear. Raise your hand though, so I can actually hear. Yes. Yes, Mataji. Yes, Mataji. Any other advice? Thank you. Pray to the Lord. Thank you, Boo. No advice? Continue, chant sincerely. Oh Lord, oh energy of the Lord, please accept me as your servant. If you don't accept me as your servant of your servant, Bhakta Jana Priya, what hope do I have? So many. Any other advice? We'll get one more. Yes, Prabhu. Yes, association of those who are free from bodily attachment. Thank you. So up to this point, the Lord is free, and He is the controller, the complete maintainer, creator of the entire universe, and He is not connected to the universe. And we should pray to, and the perfection of yoga is to place one's consciousness fully on Him. And if we maintain, even if we're practicing yoga and we maintain material attachments, our practice is faulty. We're not doing it properly and we're wasting our time, and we should do it properly. We should practice properly and develop true bhakti. And now this verse, this final prayer of Narada Muni, he says, O Lord, O transcendence, O you who are free from all material touch or tinges, kindly help us by giving us the power to execute bhakti yoga, actually perform bhakti yoga, so that we can control our restless mind. Because here, Sri Narada Muni is pointing to what the problem actually is. Just as the Avanti Brahmana spoke about what the problem was, there's only one problem in this world, and that is the mind. Not the mind, my mind. So please, by your mercy, Vayam Chatatva Bhagavan Sarpa Jati Romanyava. You know that one? By Kaliya, he prayed that. He said, what hope do I have? I am Sarpa Jati and full of anger by my birth under the modes of nature. But you are the controller of the modes of nature. By your mercy, everything is possible. So therefore, please, by your potency, by your kindness, give me the power to execute bhakti so that we can control our restless mind. And then when the mind is controlled, fixed upon you, O Lord, I want to focus my consciousness upon you. I have read of so many great devotees. I have seen so many great devotees. Not so many like that. But we saw Srila Prabhupada and Prabhupada's followers. Sometimes they're so focused. Prabhupada was so focused in his service. He saw everything. Stagamam, jagamam, deki, na deki taramurti, savatrahoya nija. Ishta Deva Sporti. He saw Krishna in everything and everywhere. Only focused on Krishna. So please allow me to control my restless rascal mind and focus it on you. This is yoga. Because we are all infected by your illusory energy and therefore very attached to the body, which is full of stool and urine, full of